FedEx to be traded. So what I'm looking for FedEx, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at the chart right now. So I have it actually on my watch list, FDX. So some of the things I'm looking for is I'm looking at price. I want to see where is FedEx stock right now, and how are we going to go ahead and make money off this? So we can see FedEx has been bullish, pretty much since 2009. And figure out how to zoom in. And you can see FedEx has kept up with this trend. Now it's finally pulled back to the 9-day in the moving average on the monthly time frame. So typically, whenever I see a pullback to one of these moving averages on the monthly time frame, I know it's going to be strong. And how do I know it's going to be strong? Take a look right here. What do you notice right there? What we notice is price at one point during the month broke through the 9-day moving average. I didn't think that it would pull back to the 26-day, and I was right. I thought that would be very not healthy for the stock. But what was healthy was this pullback right here. Ever since, let's go ahead and get the price. So if we go ahead and zoom out, so I can go ahead and get up here. We've pulled back a total of 17.78%. I think that's pretty healthy, and with the way FedEx and UPS are going right now, I'm not too worried about this at all, pulling back. I'm actually looking for an opportunity to go long. So with that being said, if I go ahead and look at the weekly chart, I really don't like buying unless price bounces off a moving average like that. But price actually broke through the moving average, so now that I'm stuck on the weekly with that, I'm going to go ahead and go to the daily. So now that I'm on the daily, you can see it's pretty much everything's lagging on the same. Let's go ahead and get a trend line actually. So let's go ahead and change the color. I like to use teal. So we have that low right there, but it's not really telling me. I don't feel comfortable buying whenever prices bounce off a moving average. So if I go ahead and go to the monthly, what do we see? We see prices bounce off the moving average. So what I'm going to do is I want to go ahead, if you guys don't know about FedEx, let's go ahead and let's figure out what's about FedEx. Let's see what's going on in terms of the company. Let's see where it stands. So Yahoo Finance is a good one. FedEx versus UPS, which shipping stock is the better value to buy. Shares of both FedEx and UPS have fallen victim to the latest market-wide sell-off. We already know that if you guys have been trading with me for that long. FedEx, UPS have long dominated the industry. We already know that. Valuation, super important right here. Love to look at price to earnings ratio to determine great buying opportunities. After all, buying stock makes one partial owner of a company. So, whoops. There's not really that much in terms of divergence right here. Performance. Should be interested in stocks' recent price performance. For instance, if a stock is sold off significantly, its lower valuation might speak to a greater problem that has forced investors to flee. The divergence right there. As you can see, FedEx outpaced UPS almost for a full year. I wouldn't personally trade UPS stock. I don't like it. I've been watching it for a while. UPS rests near the 52-week low. Not too sure why UPS is sitting down there. But overall, long term, if I was going to go ahead and get into FedEx, this is how I'm going to go ahead and do it. So if I'm going to go ahead and place a trade, I can already spot the bottom right here, so I can just take that visually and take it over here. If I'm going to go ahead and look for a trade, I'd probably take it there. I'd put my stop somewhere beneath here. And I'm definitely looking to take it way higher than that. I'm not looking to take profit right here at this level. Why would I do that? I'm looking for bigger things come FedEx. FedEx does speak as the middleman. When you guys order stuff from Amazon, you guys order stuff from online, FedEx, UPS, these guys are always shipping to your door. These guys are like the middleman when it comes to delivery. So, just based off this chart, with this pullback, I would love to see a way bigger run. Maybe we don't even need to put a stop loss that big. We can even do something like this, depending on what your risk appetite is. Are you conservative? Are you aggressive? You can put it right beneath this week's low if you feel comfortable doing that. Or you can wait for price to break above one of these moving averages, 26 or the 9-day, if you feel comfortable. So if price decides it wants to go up, of course, we're going to have some resistance at the 26-day right here, and then some resistance at the 9-day right here. If you prefer to just buy the high and wait for price to do that, then you can go ahead and do that if you're more conservative, but it really depends on your risk appetite. It really depends on your account size too. We're not really risking much. We're risking about, price is sitting at $240 right now. We would be risking about $11 per share on this. $11 per share is really nothing. We're trading a stock that trades at about 244 in the mid 200s. I mean, if we look at it on a weekly on a weekly aspect, how fast does it move in a week? We move about 50 to about $20 on the share, $15 a share per week. I mean, that's average for FedEx. If you want to trade smaller stocks, you got to look at American Express. You got to look at General Electric. I mean, General Electric, this stock is a big sell. Unfortunately, I don't feel comfortable going ahead and getting in General Electric this late, because if we go ahead and look at the monthly chart, General Electric's sell has already been starting. I already missed 80% of this move. I'm not looking to go ahead and get short-term gains. It's not what I like to do. I like to place my trades for 3 to 6 months. So we're not going to go ahead and we're not going to take a sell on General Electric, even though we have seen some nice stuff. We've been looking at it back here. I mean, you could have took the sell from 15.12 to 12.88. Prices came back up to this 9-day moving average. I mean, it's really up to you if you want to go ahead and take this. Prices come up to this moving average right here. Also, we can see this tried to break through the 26-day, failed, so it got rejected. I mean, if we're going to go ahead and take a stock at 13.45 to 12.65, if you want to make any money on this, any significant money, you got to take a little bit of a bigger position size on this, because General Electric does move pretty slow. Now back to US dollar, South African rand. So with US dollar, South African rand, I mean, you guys know I've done analysis on this before. I've been calling sells ever since December of 2017. Let me go ahead and find it, actually. I've been calling December 2017, so I've been calling it around here. That was when John was over for a trading mastermind at my place in Puerto Vallarta. So I've been calling a sell there. When we took a sell, we closed on this candle right here because I saw this support on the cloud. So now price is trading a lot lower. Now, the reason why I took the trade on US dollar, oops, my phone is being blown up. So the reason why I took the sell on US dollar South African rand is because I saw a price on the 26 day. And I was like, you know what? We already know that when price comes to 26 day, there's going to be more resistance at that level. So when I saw price up at that level, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take a sell, and I'm not going to have a high stop loss. Originally, my stop loss was up here. I didn't want to do that, though. I mean, if you had a $1,000 account and you're risking 0.01, you had a 0.01 lot size on there, micro lot, you would have been risking $10 to make upwards of $100, $180. So I don't mind if I got stopped out. I know if price went above this, it would have went way higher, but it didn't go any higher. It actually came here and then went back down, but I don't like how it's sitting on a 26 day because we can see something like that as well. So what I did was I actually closed this trade out halfway through. I saw price come up here to the 26 day, broke through right here, and I closed it. So I was risking 1% on this entire trade. It moved a total of like 666 pips. Sounds like bad luck, but it moved 666 pips, and then I closed it. So that was half of a full percent that I did. Sometimes when I'm trading and I have a stop loss, I mean, I saw the momentum. I saw this right here, then I saw continuation, then I saw that, and it went up. It would have hit my original first stop loss. So when I noticed that and I saw, okay, you know what, it's probably going to go ahead and hit my first stop loss, what I can do is I can go ahead and I can actually take this trade. Chat room. Screen black for everyone? Okay. So I can go ahead and take this trade and I can close it out earlier because I see this momentum. This all happened at 12:30 in the morning. I was watching it. Now, I was only in this trade for 9 hours. I don't ever shoot for trades for 9 hours. Unfortunately, I can't tell price what to do. I can't control price. Whatever happened in between this 9 hours is what happened. I closed this trade out early. You can do that sometimes. For instance, if you place a trade, you have your stop loss, but you can see, okay, you know what? Price is definitely going to go up and hit my stop loss. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to close this because I'd rather take a smaller loss than take the full loss to begin with. It really depends on what kind of structural base you're playing off of. That's just me though on US dollar South African rand. I don't care if it's 1%. I'm risking 1%. I'd have to lose 100 times in order to blow an entire account. I'm not going to lose 100 times. I mean, if we go ahead and look at my trading view this week, let's go ahead and see. Go to home. Let's see. It's moving a little slow. That's the first time I've ever had the color wheel. First time I've ever had the color wheel. So I should already be signed in. It logged me out. Let's see. Okay, so I'm not exactly too sure why it actually signed me out, but signed me out for some reason. Does anyone have any questions on US dollar South African rand? Or does anyone have any questions on FedEx? I mean, that's really what I'm looking for next week. I'm not really looking for anything else. Does anyone have any questions? She's in here. Okay. All right. So this week we're going to look for FedEx. I'm going to do another Outlook Sunday as well, guys. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. Actually, wait. We have a long weekend. Don't force yourself into trades next week. I'll send you guys an Outlook.